Before Muhammad died, he told his followers that he did not know the meaning to life. Now share this to somebody who needs to know the truth.
You want to talk truth? Let's talk truth. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on, everybody? I came across this video on TikTok of a Christian preacher.
Muhammad died 632 AD. When Jesus died, time literally changed. Also, Jesus, he didn't stay dead.
In the video, he talks about how Jesus is the way and the truth, etc. I'm not here to talk about any of that. Long story short, as Muslims, we believe that Jesus, the son of Mary, peace be upon them both, we believe he was a prophet and a messenger, but we do not see him as divine. I made a video about this, the link is down below. And of course, as Muslims, we respect Christianity, we respect Judaism, and we see Christians and Jews as people of the book. And of course, we'll have disagreements on things and we can agree to disagree, and that's okay. However, dude, why you gotta bring Islam into this? In this video, the preacher makes an astounding statement about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Before Muhammad died, he told his followers that he did not know the meaning to life.
He what now? One more time for the people in the back.
That he did not know the meaning to life.
And just when I thought it was over.
Now share this to somebody who needs to know the truth.
I'm sorry. You can't just say a blatant lie about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and then end with truth. But since you want the truth, I'll give you some truth. Here are three main issues with your statement. Number one. First of all, you got a picture of supposedly Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the background of your video. Only problem is there aren't any images of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because Prophet Muhammad told his followers to not draw images of him, to not make any statues of him, in fear of that people somewhere down the line will start worshipping him and idolizing him in those ways. And he did not want people to be misled and eventually start worshipping him, just as they have done to other prophets and messengers before him. You know what I'm talking about. And as many people have pointed out in your comment section, this picture is most likely an image of Al-Hassan or Al-Hussein, the grandchildren of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The children of Ali ibn Abi Talib, who is the cousin of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, his son-in-law, and also the fourth Khalifa. But I understand that for your video, you needed some Arab-looking guy in a turban with a beard, just for dramatic effect. So you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about this further. I'm just gonna move on to number two.
Before Muhammad died, he told his followers that he did not know the meaning to life.
I'm still baffled by this. I mean, which statement, which hadith, which verse in the Quran? Where are you getting this from? Please be specific. Maybe you got it from a comment section. And what's really sad about this video is not just that this lie was propagated, but rather it was also done so arrogantly, without even at least doing a little fact check. But rather than me being rude and arrogant myself, I will reply in accordance with my religion. God says in the Quran,
وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم.
Good and evil are not equal. Reply to evil in a manner that is better. Allah also says in the Quran,
ادع إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن إن ربك هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بالمهتدين.
Invite to the way of your Lord with wisdom and kind advice, and debate them in a manner that is best. So, let me just educate you about a few verses in the Quran that tell us our purpose in life. Let's start off with chapter 51, verse 56. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. God says in the Quran that I did not create mankind or jinnkind except for worship. Our main purpose is worship of God. Your whole argument has dissolved, evaporated into thin air with one verse. But let's keep going. How about chapter 18, verse 46? المال والبنون زينة الحياة الدنيا والباقيات الصالحات خير عند ربك ثوابا وخير أملا. Wealth and children are adornments of this worldly life, but the things that last, the virtuous deeds, are better. In other words, the purpose is to work in this life for our hereafter. How about chapter 87? قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ تَزَكَّى وَذَكَرَ اسْمَ رَبِّهِ فَصَلَّى بَلْ تُؤْثِرُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَى. More verses about prioritizing the hereafter, working in this world for the afterlife. Let's go to chapter 28. The Quran says, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةَ وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. This verse talks about seeking the hereafter. And this is key, not neglecting this portion of the world. In other words, you can't just isolate from the world and live in complete isolation. No, you have responsibilities and obligations in this world. However, everything you do in this world should be setting you up for the hereafter. In the Quran, Allah tells us, and by the way, Allah is the Arabic name for God, so don't freak out. Allah tells us how to live this life, how to fulfill our responsibilities towards each other, and how to obey God in this life to prepare for our hereafter. Our sources in Islam are the Quran and the Sunnah. The Sunnah being the life and teachings and sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In the Quran, there are 114 chapters, over 6,000 verses, and you, sir, appear to have read none of them. And finally, number 3. Now you might be thinking, the video that he was talking about said that Prophet Muhammad didn't know the meaning of life. It didn't say anything about the Quran. So okay, let's talk about the final statements of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The very last sermon given by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was called Khutbat al-Wada'. He advised all believers to fulfill what they owe towards each other. He spoke against usury or interest in financial transactions. He warned them from returning to the oppressive pre-Islamic ways and traditions, the ignorant ways. He warned them from the plotting of Satan. He reminded them to do what is permissible and stay away from what is impermissible. He reminded everyone that men and women have rights towards each other, so fulfill those rights. He reminded everyone that we all go back to Adam, and Adam is from turab, from soil. The best of you are those who are righteous. And he spoke against discrimination and racism. This was his final sermon to the public. What about his final words in private? The very final words Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said to his wife Aisha before he passed away. As he was on his deathbed, his head in her lap, his final words were, Ar-Rafiq al-A'la. O Allah, the companionship of the Most High. Therefore, the answer is no. His final words, or rather none of the words of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, were, I do not know the meaning of life. In conclusion, I hope that this preacher did not have any malicious intent when it came to lying or propagating this lie about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And personally, I think it was more a matter of ignorance. And I do hope this video gets to him and that this video helps educate him and many others on this topic. As Muslims, we believe in respecting other religions and faiths. We believe in having respectful interfaith dialogue. It is important to understand other people's religions. This fosters an environment of coexistence and understanding. And only then can we see that we have so much more in common than we think. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share this video. Support me by subscribing to my channel. And until next time, I'm that Muslim guy. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you.